Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews. I just got back from my favorite spot here in northeastern Ohio, in my local area. 101 bottles of beer on the wall. I know you all are singing the song right now in your heads. But anywho, this glass is going to hold a very fine beer this evening. And let me get rid of my bumper stickers real quick that I have received. Um, It is a brand new addition to the beer company's beer line. And this, I would like to introduce to you the Samuel Adams Pumpkin Batch. And by pumpkin batch, this is an ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, but yet it's got a little bit of a turn to the a traditional pumpkin beer style. Now, I do want to say no, this is not in the six pack, or excuse me, the 12 pack that you would find at your traditional grocery store. This is a lone set six pack. This is a six pack of beer. And by six pack, I would love to show you. Let me grab it up off here. This is the pumpkin batch. I love that little design. That is lovely. You got the farmstead with the pumpkins in the background, the jack-o'-lanterns. This here is there. It says, take on our inspiration from autumn in New England, where pumpkin ales are fall favorite. We brewed this Saison with real pumpkin and classic fall spices. But there is an addition to this beer. This beer, let me read here. New England fields are full of pumpkins at this time of the year. Our golden hazy Saison burst with the rich flavor of pumpkin and classic fall spices, revealing an earthy, floral, and spicy spirit. Cheers. But from what I've taken from this beer, is that it is a Saison brewed with pumpkin spices. It says ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. So let's pop it open and see what it has to store. I have read very little from a magazine called, I think it was the Brew magazine. I think that was it. Traditional Sam's Cap, nothing special. I think this was brewed with Belgian yeast, but I don't know. So let's take a candor, shall we? That is lovely. I love the head on that beer. It is a bright white with tight lace bubbles, and if you can't see it by there, etched bottom, it's giving off loads of carbonation. So with that said, let's go ahead and assess, shall we? I'll leave the bottle right back here so you can see it. You definitely get the Saison aroma. Right off the bat, that's all I'm getting. I'm getting big. How do I want to say this? It is just that.
You might just get a small hint of like the cinnamon and ginger. But Saison none. So true to the Saison style in aromatics. Let me go ahead and assess the drink. Prost.
Wow. Two reasons why I am truly kind of taken back with this Sam Adams beer. Number one, I mean, I love the company, but nonetheless, they have created a magnificent beer style per se. They've taken two different styles of beer here. I mean, they've taken the pumpkin ales and they've taken the saisons, and they've kind of made a collaboration with the both. But at the same time, I mean, with the first drink, what I experienced was you definitely got the saison and the aromatics, and you definitely got it in the drink. But what you're left with is the lingering of not only the saison, but this is what I would call a true entry to the fall beers, because not only are you getting the saison farmhouse style, which truly in an exemplary example reminds me of fall period. I mean, it's the farmhouse style. It's got that weedy kind of farmy style, presence to it. But at the same time, I mean, it's leaving you with a little bit of hint of pumpkin. It's leaving you with a little hint of the cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice. It's very faint, but at the same time, it's there. It gives it to you. It's there. It's mixed with that farmhouse style. It's got a big, huge presence of saison, but at the same time, it gives you that pumpkin ale flavor. That's what I am truly kind of like taken back by this, because of the fact that it's got that it's exactly what it said. It's a saison with the pumpkin ale presence added to it. And I know most people will knock this beer because number one, it's Sam Adams. Ho, ho, ho. But take it for what it is. Sit back, sip on it, and assess. Because right away, I would not have been impressed, because of the fact that I'm like, okay, well, here's another saison, and I'm a fan of saisons, I really am. But at the same time, I was like, well, what can this pumpkin add to it? I was just expecting maybe just a hint of pumpkin flavor, but I was not expecting to be left with a presence of a pumpkin ale per se. And that's what really astonished me about this beer, is because of the fact that it's got that boom in your face saison, even in the aroma and the drink, but then it tapers back into the pumpkin ale flavor. So, if you guys get a chance to, hey, check it out. It's not a bad beer. It really is not. This is a very nice, very intriguing try at a new-ish style of a pumpkin beer. And I am, for one, I'm astonished by it. It took me back. So with that said, man, peace, bros, deuce, and as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hey, if you guys get a chance to try this beer, let me know what you think. Try it out. For the sake of beer, give it a go. So with that said, peace. I'll see you guys up on the flip side. See you guys again later.